Right, I was lucky enough to close a lot of deals right after. I actually I was doing business in Manhattan, worked there for 3 years in a commercial division. Then I moved to New Jersey and I joined Keller Williams in New Jersey back in 2000. Did a lot of deals between me and my teammates. I closed over 100 deals a year for more than 10 years in a row. Was super busy. Then I started getting involved with buying and flipping properties. Also doing condo conversion in my area. We bought buildings that were rental buildings with tenants who lived there. We had to negotiate with some tenants to move out. We had some rent control issues. So it wasn't an easy process. It took a lot of my time. And I basically later on in the future, like a few years after, actually looking back, made a few mistakes like everybody else. We're always making mistakes. The only way to learn, by the way, is to make mistakes. So I made some mistakes. And these mistakes were teaching me exactly what I need to do, to move forward. But I want to mention to you something. At the beginning of my career in 2000, I already hired a coach, and I was working with a coach one-on-one. We used to have sessions every single week. I would go every quarter to some sort of a seminar, if it was by Mike Ferry or Brian Buffini, and spend a lot of time training, reading a lot of books, memorizing, internalizing scripts and dialogues. Doing a lot of that, like immersing myself, literally immersing myself into study, grow myself, self-development, grow my leads. I try as much as possible to be able to go, and keep increasing my production. So I went from closing in New Jersey, my first year, I closed 17 transactions. The second year after that, I closed 45 transactions. The third year after that, I closed over 80. And I stayed at that level for many years. Then I started doing some coaching. A lot of agents approached me, asked me to help them, in my office. A lot of people started approaching me. Hey, would you do a class on this, and etc. So I started focusing on, in addition to being a producer, I also wanted to help other people. So I really started doing this coaching 15 years ago. I had my own coach, which I was working with. Then I hired another coach, a life coach from the Tony Robbins organization. And I was working with two different coaches. One of them was helping me focus on my production, and the other one was helping me to focus on balancing my life, because everybody needs balance. If you only focus on business, you're going to neglect a lot of other areas. So coaching is about helping you guys go to the next level. What's your next level? I don't know what's your next level. You should know where you want to go, and that's where I'm going to take you. My job is to hold you by the hand, many times kick you in the butt, and many times also help you grow your vision of yourself. Like, a lot of us just think too small. For example, if I ask an agent to join the industry, how much you want to make? Well, I don't know, I just want to make some money. Or I hear a lot of people say, well, if I can make 6 figures, I'll be happy. But 6 figures can be 105,000 and it can be 979,000. There's a big difference. So thinking big is part of the process. When I was focused on prospecting, lead follow-up, doing all the basics of the business and generating leads for myself, I was really, trying to get as busy as possible. So I neglected other areas. I used to wake up very early at 5:30 in the morning, go to the gym, come back home, take a shower, eat something, meditate, pray, and then go to the office. I would be in my office before 7:30, 7:45. I would role play and start my day prospecting 5, 6, 7 hours a day. I was on the phone calling people. So a lot of people say, well, I don't really like to prospect. We're going to talk about all different kinds. This was my way of doing the business. Okay, there's a lot of other people who don't like to prospect, don't like to make phone calls, don't like to go door knocking. There is also ways of building this business without that. But you should be ready for, if you don't want to prospect, you got to be ready to invest some money in the business and, make some investments in yourself. So going forward, I did that, and in the past 15 years, been coaching a lot of different brokers. As a matter of fact, I was coaching and consulting a lot of different brokerages, from Keller Williams offices to Coldwell Banker and Remax and Exit and some independents around us, ERA, also Century 21. And then I started coaching a lot of agents one-on-one, and I did small groups, large groups, big groups, etc. What I want to focus on doing here It's something that I did in Manhattan and I also did in New Jersey. Now I want to bring it up to Mass and also Rhode Island. So this is an opportunity for you guys to take advantage to, bring yourself to the next level. Now, if you believe that you're already a know-it-all, you already know everything, you know exactly how to build your business and you don't need anyone, you're making a big mistake, because you will never be able to reach the next level without someone behind you pushing you. Someone behind you holding you accountable, pushing you to the next level. Even when you're tired, they'll, help you get up. When you're beaten down by someone, by a seller, or by a deal that fell through, or whatever happens during the process, there is somebody next to you that's going to help you go to the next level. Discover what you do wrong, eliminate what you're doing wrong. Okay, focus on what you're doing right, grow what you're doing right. So you're going to take your lead generation process. I don't know what your process is right now. We're going to start get to know you, each and every one of you. So what is this mastermind group? Let's separate the two, all right? And I'm going to show you right now on the slides exactly what we're going to be focusing on. I'm going to go through this real quickly and show you what this program is going to be all about. Now, right now is 12:38. We got 22 minutes. Now you're going to, pay attention to how I coach and how I do things. I'm super analytical, I'm super driver, and super expressive. So I have all three. On the DIS test, I'm a high D, high I, high C. So it's easy for me to be organized. It's also easy for me to push myself to the next level, and it's also easy for me to communicate. And I can tell you right now that it's going to help people to understand their personality style and then be able to bring themselves to the next level by focusing on what you do best. If you're not a driver, there's no reason for you to follow a driver's business plan. Okay, if you're an amiable, you should follow an amiable business plan. And then this business plan will be tailored to you. So the two segments that I'm introducing you here is step number one. You will be able to connect with other agents. Some of them will be in your level. Some of them will be, higher levels, and some might be below your level. You're going to be able to connect with other agents in a group session, masterminding different ideas. For example, let's say you have an issue that you're dealing with. We can talk about that in these sessions. All right. Now, every week we're going to meet on Tuesdays. There's going to be 2 different meetings that we're going to do. Okay. And I'm going to explain exactly what each one is going to be around. On every Thursday, I'm releasing a video, and each video will be on a different topic. So I'm never going to do the same video on the same topic. I want to cover as many topics as possible. There's so much to learn in this business, and so much that you can plug into your business to grow your business that is just unbelievable. So you just need to be focused, you need to be organized, and there's many different things we're going to do. One of them will be in these group sessions, masterminding, and another one will be in a coaching one-on-one environment. So I want to build relationships with each and every one of you. Get to know you, get to know your business, get to know your goals, get to know your limits, get to know your limited beliefs. I want to figure out your mindset. I want to know really where you want to go. And then I'm going to help you go there, supporting you every single week with these sessions that you see here, group sessions, and then one-on-one coaching. So you get one-on-one session with me every single month, where we're going to talk about you and only you. And then you're going to have homework. So every week you're going to have some homework. What's a homework? Well, I'm not going to give you extra homework. I know you're busy, but I'm going to cause you to take what you're doing and then put it into a homework environment. For example, what do I mean by that? Okay, let's say that you are calling your past clients in center of influence, or you're sending postcards, or you're doing, Facebook posts, or whatever it is that you do to generate leads. I would like for you to start measuring things. So that's what one-on-one coaching is all about. One-on-one is, number one, accountability. Number two, it's about holding you accountable to achieve the goals you want to achieve that we set up at the beginning of the year. Open you up to other ideas that you don't even know about. Look, for me, it's easy to break down your business because, number one, I'm analytical. So I'm going to take a look at what you're doing. I'm going to see immediately what you do good and what you're doing wrong. And then what you're doing wrong, we'll correct. And what you shouldn't be doing, we will eliminate and delegate. And then we'll focus on what you do best and start growing that. So instead of doing 10 deals a year, now you can do 35 deals a year. Instead of doing 30 deals a year, you can do 75 without working any more hours. Okay? When I was in my career at the beginning, like first 3-4 years, I was working like 7 days a week, which was crazy, which was nuts. But the only reason I did it because I knew that I have to just put in as much energy as possible to start my business. I wrote down today something that I think is important. I'm going to share that with you. And then we're going to go right into those slides that you see here. So if you're doing 10 deals, okay, you can do 25 deals right now without changing anything. If you're doing 10 deals, you can do 25 deals without changing stuff. If you do 25, you can do 50 without changing much. And if you do 50, you can do 100 plus deals without changing too many things, okay? What sets you up at the beginning of your career to do the amount of deals you're doing? If you're gonna look back, okay, those of you that have been in the business now 5 years or more, take a look back and tell me, like, in the last 5 years, have you been doing more or less the same production? If you're doing 20, you're doing between 17 and 25 deals a year, and you've been doing that like year after year after you're doing 17 to 25 deals. That's your ceiling is about 25, and you don't allow yourself to go below 17, as an example. Or you can be in a scenario where you are doing 25 deals to 35 deals. That's more or less, back and forth, staying in that range. The reason you are stuck is because you set up your mind that you want to get something out of this business. You set your mind up at the beginning saying, okay, I'm going to go now. Here's my goal. I want to reach, I don't know, 100,000 a year. Okay, because with 100,000, I can have a good lifestyle. And then you kind of build your business plan, your efforts, and the fire within, like what you're using, the energy that you're using in order to build a business. You're using energy, okay? Using energy to prospect, energy to go out and give business cards, energy to go, networking. You use energy to do these things. And the energy that you're putting in equals more or less what you believe will give you the results you want. You're not going to put in more energy than that. You'll be like, okay, that's it. And you also have a burnout point that was set up at the beginning of your career. It's almost like you set your mind at the beginning, and right now you will never be able to do more because is a mindset issue. So that's one of the things we're going to talk about one-on-one. We'll discover what it is, and we'll work on it. How many deals have you done your first year in the business? Do you remember how many deals you've done your first year? And then how many have you done second year and third year? And then look at those years and tell me, at what point did you get stuck at a range of like 5 deals range? Like you're doing 18, another year you're doing 21, and then you're doing 19, and then you do 23 deals. And at what point in your career did you really get stuck? Ask yourself that question. When did I get stuck in this ceiling? And why am I stuck over here? Now, we're all going to be, one of the reasons you need a coach, okay, is because you want to get stuck in the drama of the business. This business has a lot of drama. I mean, we're working with people. They're going to make the biggest step in their lives, which is buying a house or selling a house. Okay, they're going to be stressed. There's going to be a lot of anxiety, and they're going to project these things at you. You're going to collect some of this anxiety. So you're going to get anxious between, keeping deals together, trying to push deals through, trying to go out there, get listings, trying to do lead generation, lead conversion, customer service. I mean, there's a million different things we need to do as realtors. And if you are a solo person just doing everything by yourself, then it's a freaking nightmare. So you're kind of stuck. You're like, okay, look, I'm already working 6 days a week. I'm super busy. And how can I do more deals? So that's where the majority of people get stuck. That's the stucking point. But you're stuck there because of the expectations that you have for yourself. It is the relationship that you have between you and yourself. You made a decision that this is enough for you. You don't want to do more because you want to burn out, or you don't have the power, you don't have the energy, etc. But when someone comes from outside and they're looking at what you're doing, and they get to know you, and they know your profile, your assessment profile, the DISC. They know your personality style, and they can see everything like from above, and just looking at what you're doing, it's very easy for a coach to see how far you can go. Like I can tell you, those of you that I already know and I've been coaching for a while, I can tell you like right off the bat, none of you is even doing 10% of what you can do. Because whatever brought you to this level, the majority of you, whatever brought you to this level is winging it. You were just kind of getting to the business. You went to one seminar, maybe you listened to this, a recording, or you watch a video, or you went to a coaching session, or you were sitting with your broker, or you had a mentor. You were doing a little bit of stuff, and then you kind of invented how you're going to do this business, and you started doing it, and you started getting busy, and that's basically it. This is really where you are. So where you are now is by winging it, without really following a system, without having step-by-step process to improve yourself, to improve your skills. Guys, you can do so much more. Business is unbelievable. I'm willing to bet with each and every one of you that in the next 6 months, I'm not even talking about 12 months, in the next 6 months, you can double your income. In the next 6 months, if you're going to follow what we're going to be putting together in the one-on-one session, if you're going to follow that, you can double your income. Now, if your income last year was 10 grand, you're not going to double your income. I'm going to bring you to 6 figures. I'm talking if you are at 6 figures, I will double your income. That's what I'm talking about here. So we're not here to play games. This is for serious guys and girls that want to take their business to the next level. If you want to go to the next level, it means, what does it mean, the next level? The next level is not just business, not just production. It's not just, I did 15 deals, let me go to 25. I did 25, let me go to 40. Your next level is, first and foremost, you, yourself, inside. I'm going to make you read some books. I'm going to make you, do things you don't like doing. I'm going to make you wake up earlier and go to sleep later and write things down and do homework and, chanting out loud and handwriting scripts. I'm going to make you do stuff you don't like. But that's what coaching is all about. If I'm going to babysit you through the process, okay, you're not going to come out doing more deals. I want each and every one of you to freaking go out there and kill it. There's no way that you're not making at least $250,000 a year in this business. And if you're doing less, shame on you. And you got to think about this. Why am I not making more money? Like, what's my real problem here? Is it leads? I don't have enough leads. Am I not converting enough of the leads that I'm getting? There's so many different questions you can ask. We're going to deal with all of these different questions at these sessions. That's what this is for. And let me go take you through these slides real quickly. So what's included in this program? Weekly webinars. You got your monthly one-on-one coaching calls. You got quarterly live coaching sessions. When I'm in Rhode Island and Mass, we're going to sit down and we're going to do, sometimes we'll do a webinar. Sometimes we're going to do a live session like 2, 3, 4 hours. And sometimes we're going to do boot camps, which will be like a whole day or 2 full days, depending. Okay. And then you got the sales boot camps, which I just mentioned, and you're going to have the Circle100 Sales Conference, which we're going to start having at the beginning of 2020. All right. So these are things that will keep you or your mind in place, keep you focused, keep you accountable. All right. Break it down into 2 different groups. So there's going to be 2 mastermind group levels. Number 1, agents who close 25 plus deals a year will be in one group. And another group will be for agents who close less than 25 transactions. Now, you're going to ask me, well, Ron, what if I do 24? If you do 24, you're in group number 2. If you did 25, you will be in group number 1. So 25 plus, you will go into the next level. What's the difference between the 2? I'm going to cover in both more or less the same topics every week, but I'm going to talk about different levels of those topics. For example, if someone does 10 deals, you don't need an assistant. You don't need a buyer's agent. You don't need any of that stuff. You need basics. You need to do more prospecting, more lead generation. Okay, so my goal with you will bring you to 25. Once you're at 25, my goal is to start helping you build a business. I want to create time for you. I don't want you to be busy around the clock. I want to create more time. And with the more time we create, then we'll go there and double your income. So we need to create more time. It's 2 different levels, but the topics will be exactly the same. All right. Agents who do less than 25 transactions, we meet every Tuesday here at the same place at 12:30 until 1 o'clock. So we're going to have this 30-minute session for those of you that do less than 25 transactions. Agents that do more than 25 plus, we're going to meet here at 1:30 on Tuesdays. So it's going to be also 30-minute session. And we're just going to do it slightly different. Okay, weekly webinar, what we're going to cover. 52 weeks in a year, 52 money-making topics we're going to cover in all those 52 weeks. So every week I'm going to bring in a different topic, we're going to talk about, discuss it, break it down, and try to implement it in your business. So you're going to get about 4 topics every month, 4 different ways of growing your business that we're going to focus on doing. Guys, there's a lot of work, okay? You're not going to just sit down on a bench watching. You're going to get involved and get engaged. Now, if you don't want to take this like on, you know, super aggressive and you want to go like light, you want light coaching, we can have light coaching, all right? But let me tell you something, light coaching is not going to move you anywhere. Coaching is not about light. It's about taking you to the next level. So if you're here right now, I'm assuming you want to go to the next level, you know, whatever the next level is. So we're talking about 52 topics throughout the year. Brainstorming sessions. What's a brainstorming? I'm going to talk about one idea, one topic. You guys will start talking about, you know, how you're implementing it in your business, how you're not implementing it in your business, how you need help with, you know, doing more, doing less. It really depends on of the conversation, group discussions, we call them. And then we're going to have live Q's and A's. If you have any questions, we're going to answer all your questions. Live interviews with top producers. These are things I'm going to do sometimes. I'm not always going to do all of that stuff, but it's going to be a combination of a few. Mastermind group assignments. I'm going to give you some assignments you need to do within a group. And then role-playing club. For those of you that really want to go to the next level, guys and girls, role-playing is like a must. Now, if you don't want to role-play because you already know, you know, what you're saying, you have inside out, you know, you memorize, internalize your scripts and dialogues, you really don't need that. Again, it all depends on which level you're at. We're going to talk about it on the one-on-ones, and at the one-on-one, we're going to make some decisions for you. The program is specifically designed for the busy agent. So you can't tell me, well, Ron, I'm too busy to do this. Look, what it takes. Or you call in on your phone and listen, or you're going to download the application so you can, you know, see also the slides we're using in these sessions and speak and see yourself and use your camera, or you can use your computer. But logging in takes literally 10 seconds and then 30-minute session. All right, so that's all it takes. All you got to do is simply log in from a computer, tablet, or a phone and sit down for the 30 minutes and, you know, participate. All right, so that's going to happen once a week. These are the webinars, and we cover that. Now, in addition to the webinars, we're going to do one-on-one coaching. One-on-one coaching, I already told you more or less what it's about, but just for you to know, we're talking about a monthly coaching call. We're going to design your business plan. So you're going to have a business plan to follow. The business plan will be connected exactly to your goals and what you wish to achieve. For example, if Arthur wants to close 30 transactions and work 70% of the time that he put in last year, his business plan will be different than Tatiana wants to go from 5 deals into 20 deals, and she's willing to work 7 days a week. So these are going to be tailored to you specifically, one-on-one, okay, tailored coaching sessions for each and every one of you. Develop your approach. Each one of you is going to have a slightly different approach because of your personality style and your experience and your talents and your skills. Eliminate time wasting. I'm going to focus on doing that with each and every one of you. Increase productive activities. So we got to focus on what not to do anymore and what to start doing a lot more. Tracking your production. We're going to track exactly what you're doing, which is really, if you're already in the one-on-one coaching, I sent out last night the number tracker, okay, for you to track your numbers, A to Z. And the weekly numbers that I care about is what I put there on the spreadsheet, and I shared it with you. All right, now when you enter the numbers, I'm going to see them on my end. I'm not adding these numbers; it's your job. So we're going to track your production, and then money management. A lot of people that make money waste the money before they make it. How many of you went to a closing to pick up a check that you already owe half of it, because you decided to do something, right? You take the money from the closing, you're already paying like a bunch of stuff. You already need money from the next closing. So we need to talk about money management, how to manage your money, how to start investing money, how to, allocate money for certain things that you need in order to grow your business. Again, I'm talking to those of you that want to go to the next level. And then progress monitoring. Monitor your progress, see exactly what's happening, and we need to make sure that you're growing. It is unacceptable for me that someone is going to be with me in this relationship of coaching and they're not growing consistently. So we want to be consistent. We want to be persistent with all that stuff. Each coaching call is going to be 30 minutes long. You're getting that once a month. So there's not too much time. I can tell you from those of you that already been doing this with me, you know how quickly the 30 minutes fly by. So we'll need you to log in on time. One of the best things for you to do is to sit down. Instead of sitting in your car when we do these calls, you want to sit down somewhere that you can actually have a notepad and make notes and bring your notes from last week and bring questions. I mean, you're having these one-on-one phone calls once a month. You're going to have some questions. Of course, you're emailing me, during the week, sharing with me what you're doing. But if you have questions, number one, you're going to start bringing those questions into the mastermind sessions weekly. You can email me during the week, and as I go through the process in the week, I will pick some of your questions that you brought me, and I'm going to talk about them in the webinars. So every week we'll have discussions about some of the issues that you're dealing with, and then the one-on-one call. So what are we looking at overall investment? Well, your total time investment is 2.5 hours per month. That's all you need to invest. You're investing 2.5 hours per month in order to grow your business, bring to the next level. All right. The program is free. If you're part of Circle 100 or not, okay, I'm going to do this session with anyone who wants to get involved in the next level. I do this, guys and girls, for free. Okay. I don't charge you for it, and I'm not charging anyone else for it. So any agent from any company, I have right now, people on the call that are from different companies. I'm not looking to recruit anybody. I'm not talking about our company. I'm not talking about your company. I'm not going to try to recruit anyone during these sessions. That's not what it's all about. I want to help you go to the next level. So people ask me, what's in it for you if we're not, if I don't belong to Circle 100 and, I'm staying where I am, what's in it for you? I tell you what's in it for me. There's going to come a moment where you're going to recognize that you started with me in coaching at 20 deals. All right. And 2 years down the road, suddenly you're doing 57 or 68 transactions, and you will recognize where is the value, where is the true value in this industry. And I'm sure that when you want to make a move and you're going anywhere, you're coming on board with us. So I just want to be your destination broker. That's what I'm looking for. I want to be the destination broker for all of you guys and girls. If you want to get involved in this coaching, okay, you will have everything you need. I'm going to support you. I'm going to walk you through the process. I'm going to help you do all that it takes in order for you to really go to the next level. It doesn't take much. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You are so focused on so many different things that you shouldn't be focused on, that it's a slight movement in focus right now, like a slight movement, 6 months down the road can mean 10 more transactions your way just because you made a slight movement. Mark your calendars. We're going to meet here every single Tuesday. Book your coaching calls with me if you haven't booked them yet. Those of you that are on the call right now that are not part of Circle 100 yet, and you're not with me on the one-on-one coaching, I will contact you directly when this session is over. We'll book you in for those coaching calls. Now, if you have any questions, one of the best ways to do these sessions with the questions so that we can save time, not wasting time on the call. I want to be prompt and I want to be quick. And I want to respect your time. When I say 30 minutes, I mean 30 minutes. So right now we're going to close this call. And I just want you to remember, next week, if you're doing 25 plus transactions, I know who does that. So 25 plus transactions next week, you're not going to be here at 12:30, you're going to be here at 1:30. You're going to use exactly the same link, okay, to come here at 1:30, and you're going to have a session with me at 1:30. For all the rest that are doing less than 25 transactions, okay, we're going to meet here every single week at 12:30. Stay tuned on Facebook. We have the Facebook Circle 100 Real Estate Brokerage that we have the page. You can follow up a lot of the stuff I'm posting there. I'm also going to post a video and release a video every single Thursday. And that's it. Questions that you have, you can email me. If you wish to say something right now, if you've been with me in coaching and you wish to say 1 or 2 words about it, experience or whatever, feel free to open your mic and speak up. And I'm going to give 2 minutes for that. And then we'll close up the session, and I'll see you guys on the coaching calls, and I'll see you next Tuesday at 12:30. All right, if you have any questions, by the way, you need to open your mic. Otherwise, you can log out, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday next week.
Hey, thanks for the meeting, man. No questions, but take care, and we'll see you soon, or we'll see you next Tuesday.
Thank you, Fran. See you next week.
All right, guys, thank you.